Hey guys, thank you so much for purchasing the Media Kit template. In this video, I am giving you instructions on how to use your template in Canva. The first thing you want to do after you download your files, you're going to click the Canva folder and you are going to open up the Canva instructions. And in this file, you will find all the instructions for Canva as well as the link to the actual template. But this video will give you a little bit more in-depth instructions. So you're going to click on this link here, and it is going to take you to a page like this. If you don't have a Canva account, it might prompt you to create an account, so you can just do that, and then it should take you to this page. The very first thing that you want to do is make a copy of the template. You have to make a copy of the template instead of just editing this one. This one is the master page, and if you edit this one, it will be deleted. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go to File, and then make a copy. And then it's making the copy slowly. All right. So you can see here at the title, it says copy a Media Kit master template. So you can edit this one, whereas the one before just said Media Kit master template. So after that, you can go ahead and delete this page with this little trash can icon. And now we can go over how to edit the template. First, I'm going to just give you a quick little Canva tour. On the left is where you'll find most of the buttons. Here you have pre-made Canva templates, which we don't need for this. Here you have elements. So if you want to add in photos, photo boxes, shapes, frames, there's some icons and illustrations. The cool thing about Canva is a lot of these are free, so you can play around with those. Here is the text box. It gives you some pre-made text combinations. You don't really need to use these for this template, but if you decide to play around with it or want to use it in the future, you can do that. Here I have my brand's text. With Canva, all the fonts I use in this template are free, but if you want to upload some fonts that Canva does not have, you'll need to upgrade your plan for that, or you can use the 30-day free trial and upload your brand's fonts. If you don't want to upgrade to the trial, that's okay. Like I said, all the fonts that are included are free, and Canva also has a lot of really great fonts. Here there are different background textures that might be cool to use. Here is where you'll go and find your uploads, so you can upload all of your branding images, logos, badges, all that type of stuff here. And then here are folders. You don't really need to worry too much about those. And then on the left-hand side, you will see these little icons, and I'm going to go over these in just a second. But that's a basic tour of this panel of Canva. The next thing we're going to go over is how to delete pages. So you see that the template has 5 different cover options, and so you're going to pick which one you want and delete the rest. So for the sake of example, I'm going to keep this page, and then I'm going to delete the next 4 pages. And you do that just with this trash can icon on the top right above the page. All right, so all of those are deleted, and then I will just go through and see if there are any other pages you don't think you're going to use. The goal of this template was to make it really customizable, and it's okay if you don't want to use some of the pages. I know for myself, I don't usually use the Meet the Team page, so for sake of example, I'm just going to delete this page. Okay, so now that we know how to delete pages, I am going to show you how to edit the different elements in the template. To edit text, all you're going to do is hover over the text and double click, and then up here you will see the text styling options, and here you can change the font. Like I said, Canva has a lot of fonts already. Here you can adjust the size. Let's say I wanted to do that. And then bold or not bold, italicize, and then you can also do alignment, so left align, right align, and center. And then also one of my favorites is this uppercase button. And so let's just say title here. You can type something, but then if you want it uppercased, you just click this and it makes it in all caps. And then here you can adjust the letter spacing, and for paragraphs, the line height, which I can show an example of later. And so that is how you update the text. These are the same exact way, and you can change the font here. To update colors, you just select the element that you would like to change the color of, and then click for text, it's text color here, and you can click whatever color you want it to be. You can also upload here for the document colors. You can upload your own hex codes and make your own kind of color palette. So let's just keep that black. But that's how you update the color of text. If you want to update color in the other graphics, you just select it, and then there's a little color box up here, and you can change it. Or again, add in your custom code. To undo anything that we've done, it's just like the normal commands on your computer. So for Mac, it is Command Z. I'm not sure what it is for other computers, but it's just whatever the normal shortcut is. All right, so now that we know how to edit text, I'm going to show you how to upload images and drop them in. So I already have some images uploaded, but for the sake of example, I will, let's just see. Let's just say I'll upload these 2 pictures. And to add them into the image box, you're just going to select the image box and then select your picture and drag it in. And then you can adjust the placement of the image, or also you could adjust the size of the box. So that is how you upload the images. If you would like to add in image boxes that don't already exist, you would go over here on the left to Elements, and then you would go to Grids, and then say I wanted to upload a square photo, you would click that, and then you can size it to however you'd like. So let's just say I wanted to put a picture on top of this picture. I'm gonna go back over here to Uploads, and it would be like that. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to upload the table of contents. In InDesign, there's a feature that lets you create text rules, and so when you add a new one, it automatically creates a line. However, Canva does not have that, and so you just have to do it manually, which is okay. Basically, if you want to add something, you just click enter an item here, and the same thing with the page number here. And if it was up here, you would just add it there. And then what you will do for that is you will select the line and then click copy, and then you can add this line down here. Now what I usually do is I usually eyeball it at first, and then once I think it's almost about right, I will select all of these lines, and then there's this cool thing called position up here, and you can center all of the lines, and then you can also make sure that they are all spaced evenly by clicking vertically here. So that is how you add line elements, and if you want to delete them, you just select and delete, and then here you would just click in the text box and backspace like that. For the titles, it's simply clicking and editing them. So For the lines, you can edit, you know, the length of them, or if you wanted a more minimal look, you could delete them by just selecting and delete. Another thing that you will want to edit on all of them is the footer. In InDesign, there are templates where you can kind of apply master elements to everything. Canva does not have that option, so you will have to do this manually, but say you want to type in your website here, what I would just do is just copy it and then go down and do it all at one time so you don't forget any of them. Besides that, the page numbers may change depending on like the pages you delete, so just double check your page numbers before you save your document, and also make sure that they match up here. And then here I just have the titles of each page. You shouldn't have to touch those too much because I already did that for you. Alright, so let's say I wanted to add the logo here. Right now this is just a text box, so if you don't want to upload a logo, you could just put your business name. But if you did want to upload a logo, you would just delete this and then upload your logo to the images. And then you click it, and then you can resize it and put it here. Like I shared with the lines, you can also just keep making sure things are aligned. And so you see that this is all center aligned. So just to double check it's aligned, you could select it all like this and then go up here to position and go to center. Text styling is basically the same that we've already been over. The only difference is that with spacing, if you wanted to adjust the line height, you could. So you can make it closer together or further apart. This is nice if you have a lot of text, you can kind of adjust it to be closer so that everything fits. But another thing is if you do have a lot of text, and let's just say it goes down to here, I just encourage you to play around with it and kind of move the elements so that everything is legible. Maybe something like this. And then you can double check up here, select it all, position, and then make sure it's all centered. So that is how you would update there. The philosophy is pretty much the same. Here you can just put a little tagline. Process is the same. All this is pretty much editing the same. On the features page here, I made it so that you could upload logos of places you've been featured. Or if you'd like a really minimal look, this is what I actually do on mine. I will just put the names of the places I've been featured. If it goes to 2 lines, you can adjust this so that it is 1. Also, if you have more features or less features, you can adjust the size of these as needed to fit as many as you need, or say you only had 2, you could delete this, delete all of this, and do it like something like this. I would make sure that this is centered, but just for sake of example, you could do something like that. And then here you can feature a testimonial, or maybe a place you've been featured, or just something that's kind of like showing off and establishing trust with your potential client. These projects are made to showcase recent portfolio pieces. So if it were me, I would pick 3 projects that I'm most proud of and that I feel like would resonate with whoever is inquiring, and I would showcase them here. Here you could put their project name and category. So for me, it would be branding design. If you are a photographer, just say you're a wedding photographer, you could put your couple name here. So got Corey and Topanga. Here, and then I would update it so it's all aligned. And then here I would recommend, if you have a testimonial from this couple, to put it there just because that is going to establish trust. If you don't, then maybe you could just share a little bit about, if you're a wedding photographer, about the shoot and about the emotions you were trying to convey, or if you're a branding designer, maybe a peek into the brief and basically the headspace behind your concept. I included 3 of these. I just feel like that's a good number to not overwhelm them, but also give them a good look of what you're capable of. Another option is if you just wanted to include 1 page, you could just have like the category here, so recent work, brand design, and then just put like 4 images from different projects and just do kind of like a collage of that if you didn't want to go more in depth with your projects. If I did that, then I would just delete this page and this page. Here you just want to go into the investment and why it's important for them to kind of consider the quality and what they're going to get out of booking you. And then here we have the collections. So if you have a pricing structure that is 3 packages, this will work perfect for you. If you have more than that, then you can just duplicate pages. To do that, you can just go to this little button up here and it will copy the page. What I would do is, since these are kind of opposite facing, you see image on this side, image on this side, I would move this page under, and you can move pages by using this up and down arrows here. So now you see that it's left, right, left. That's messed up. So then you duplicate this page. Basically so that it's every other. Then I'm going to delete this page again just to show you guys. You could put your collection name here, a little bit about the collection, and then everything that it includes. This is similar to the table of contents. If you add a page, that you will just adjust these lines as needed. I like to use my template as a proposal template. So what I do is I talk to my client on the phone and get a feel for what they are looking for. And once I know what they are looking for, I create a custom proposal. So if you do that as well, you could just delete all the collection pages except for 1, and you could put custom proposal, or you could put the business name of who you're creating the proposal for. It's up to you. And then here I would put a little bit about everything that it includes and what it'll do for you. Here I would put the quote price, and then here I would click everything that is in the proposal. Here you can just put little disclaimers. So maybe it's 50% payment up front, 50% at the end of the project, or maybe something that you accept payment plans, or just something like that. Any disclaimers you can put here. Here you have a la carte options. I like including these because it's a good way to kind of get your potential client thinking about what else they could use you for. And a lot of times they end up adding on a couple things. So you can put those here. Then here you can list extra fees. So if you're a designer, maybe that's like hourly fees, or if you're a wedding photographer, maybe it's travel fees or something like that. If there's a special or consistent extra fee, you could put it here. If not, feel free to delete this. Okay, and then the FAQ pages. I created 2 layouts for these. If you have short questions, this one might work best. If you have long questions, this one might work, or long answers, this one might work best. For either of these, you can duplicate the pages. So if you had 6 FAQs, you could duplicate this and then have 2 pages of it. Or if you have a mixture of like short and long questions, another thing you can do is kind of move things around. So let's just say you delete this and you are copying this, pasting it here. I would just make sure everything is consistent though. So you see how these are centered, I would center this as well. You can adjust that so that it looks a little bit cleaner, but there's just an idea that you can kind of mix these around as needed. Delete these. Okay, so next steps. The goal of this is just to really get your client excited, and hopefully by this time they've seen some of your recent work, and they will be ready and excited to book you. So this here I would just give instructions on the easiest way to do that. Here I would include your email, and then on the last page I would just give a heartfelt thanks and use this as a way to really connect with your potential client, especially because they could kind of inquire with anyone, but there's something about your portfolio or you that they liked, and so they chose you. So just use this to really connect with them, and you can sign off there. And so that's pretty much everything as far as the template goes. The only other thing I'm not sure if I went over is just that you can add all of your branding elements in here. So logos, badges, titles, illustrations, you can add it here. For the sake of example, maybe I will show you how to upload some of the doodles that I included. So let's just place this one in here. So you could do like some fun little doodles. Let's see, what else we got in here? You can just resize these. I'm going to change this back to what it was so it looks a little bit cleaner. All right, so here you can see how you can start to customize it. This might be a little bit busy for my taste, but let me delete that. This is basically just how you can upload illustrations and all that good stuff. If you have any additional questions, feel free to shoot me an email. I will include it in my PDF instructional. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy this template, and please feel free to make it your own and have some fun with it.